Hey guys, what's up? Josie back here again, and it's finally time. Vikings football's right around the corner. It's not practice no more, at least technically. We have games. They're preseason, but let's get excited regardless. We're going to have fun. Vikings football is back. 4 quarters of football. Who cares if they count? We're going to get back into the action. So let's go down, and we're going to break down all these preseason games all in one video. I don't think they deserve their own separate videos. Of course, for regular season games, they will get their own separate video. But let's break down what to look for this entire preseason. So let's start off with what we should look for the Vikings. So, of course, it's all about the offensive line. This is what we care about. Is it improved? Is it holding up against the pass rush a lot better? Do we get these rush lanes? That's the biggest thing that QBX is supposed to be bringing. Is our run game a lot better? Do we have holes for our running backs? That's number one, first and foremost. Number two, we have wide receiver competition. This is going to be one of the most fun battles to watch throughout camp. After Stephon Diggs and Thielen, it's all about who else is going to take all those extra 2 or 3, maybe even 4 spots available on the roster, and maybe a couple more will land on the practice squad. So we have so much competition there. Who wants it? We'll see it in the next 4 weeks. They will earn it. And also, quarterback competition, that'll be another fun one to watch. Kirk Cousins, and there's 3 other quarterbacks that who knows which ones will be quarterback 2 or quarterback 3, or will they make the team? We'll have to see. And that will be a lot of fun on the offensive side of the ball. When the 2s and 3s are in the game for these preseason games, there'll still be a lot to look out for. So it should be a lot of fun for us Vikings fans that love our whole roster. And then another big question mark for our starting defense is, do we have enough pass rush? Are we generating enough without a true 3-tech on first and second downs with Shamar Stephen? He's not going to provide the Sheldon Richardson type of pass rush. Will it hurt our defense overall, and can we compensate it otherwise? So we won't see a lot of these big schemes that Zimmer's been getting for the regular season, but we'll see just in general where a 4-man pass rush be enough without Sheldon Richardson. But that's all we really have for the Vikings. That's what will be something to watch in all the games, whether it's preseason week 1, 4, or the one that matters, preseason week 3. We'll see a lot of this, and this will all matter throughout all 4 games. But let's look at some of the opponents. Let's start week 1. We have the Saints, and this one will be so much fun. Probably the most fun game. Sucks that it's week 1, but man, this is the return of Teddy. If there was ever a game to have it so it's mostly backups, this would be the one, because there's so many fun backups to watch for the Saints. Teddy will be a ton of fun. He'll probably play at least a full quarter against his old team, so that'll be a whole lot of fun. And not just Teddy, it's Murray, it's Easton, it's Sherrill. So many ex-Vikings are coming back in town. Not in town, but regardless, they are back against the Vikings. It'll be a whole lot of fun, and see how well Latavius Murray runs. Is he going to fill out Mark Ingram real well? He should get a decent amount of playing time, but he's a veteran, so I don't expect a whole lot. Easton, well, does he look okay after the injury? Are we going to regret not being able to keep him? Although he's paid a lot of money. And then Sherrills, has he earned his roster spot once again. And then another fun one for week 1 is it's a battle of 2 rookie starting centers in Eric McCoy and Bradbury. McCoy was another center/guard that was whispered about going to the Vikings. Another one I'm sure pretty high on our draft board. But we got our guy in the first round. The Saints got theirs in McCoy. So we'll have to see who outperforms who week 1. Week 2, a little bit different. This is against the Seahawks, and we just see our run defense. The Seahawks ran the ball a ton last year, and I expect them to do that just as much week 2 and get their run game going if they wanted to be the same dominated run offense as they were a year ago. And then number 2, we have DK Metcalf. The Vikings had 2 chances to draft the big, powerful, speedy wide receiver, and we decided we were against it. If we would have drafted DK, we would have known who our wide receiver 3 will be going into the regular season, but we just decided not to, so we have this competition. Will the Vikings regret it? Well, we'll see firsthand week 2 of preseason. Week 3. dress rehearsal, and this one only needs the one bullet point, and it's Kyler Murray. It's the Cardinals against the Vikings. This will be so much fun. The first overall pick against Mike Zimmer's defense. Probably get a whole half of football, maybe even more since he's a rookie. It'll be a lot of fun. The dynamic quarterback against the Vikings defense. That one we'll be watching for. That's one where even if you aren't a big fan of meaningless exhibition games, watching Kyler Murray go should excite anyone. And then week 4, the one that doesn't matter, but this was the last of the last backups, the ones that are really on the roster bubble. Who's going to get that last couple of spots? This is the Tyler Conklins of the world. Do they deserve the number 4 tight end? And of course, who's going to line up and fill up that practice squad? That's where we see there. But we are going to get to see some Dawson Knox, a tight end that was rumored to the Vikings, and a lot of Vikings fans liked him. He was even compared to Kyle Rudolph. And we might get to see a little Cody Ford, who was another guy that was whispered a lot to the Vikings in the first round. And he will be playing. And maybe some Ed Oliver, another one that was more of a dream pick for many Vikings fans. That big time 3-tech that's supposed to be just absolutely phenomenal. He's been compared to a small man, Aaron Donald, so that comparison is, holy cow, could be very good. They're both rookies, so I expect them to at least play a little bit, even though it's week 4. But there we have it, all 4 preseason games broken out all in one simple video. What game are you excited for the most, and what opponent, if you're saying anything else than Teddy, you're wrong. What singular opponent are you looking forward to play against the Vikings the most? Anyways, so we'll see you guys in the next Josie Vikings video. See you guys then.